Hi, everybody. I'm Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Today is Friday, January 17th. Wow. 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 Okay. Sorry about that. I was just like, I don't know, is it wow already? It's January 17th or wow, it's only January 17th. I don't know. But either way, it's January. Let's talk weather for a minute. Today, 55 degrees. Sitting out in the garage, you can hear the snow melting, which is great, because we did get a crap ton of snow. We got like 11 or 12 inches of snow in total last week. But when snow melts, it turns into water, and we're supposed to get rain tonight. And then boom, here comes that polar vortex or Arctic air or whatever, and the temperatures are going to go bonk for at least the next week. So that means all the water is going to turn into ice. How fun is that? Golly gee, wow. Oh, I'm so excited. So, how's everybody doing? What's up? What's new? Uh, Let me know down in the comments if you are working on anything a lot of fun. Um, what new projects you hope to do this year? I don't set goals for myself anymore because I don't like to disappoint myself. So if I don't set a goal, I can't disappoint myself by not reaching it, right? And 5-year goals. Remember that was a thing. I don't know if it still is or not, but what's your 5-year goal? Well, I hope to be retired in 5 years. That's my 5-year goal. To not have to get up and go to work anymore. Oh my God. I'm so looking forward to it. So looking forward to it. So I have been a little busy. But I was cleaning up around here so it wasn't quite as messy for this video. And I found this. A loaf cat that I made last fall and never finished. He's got no tail and he's got a butthole that has to get sewed up. So yeah, and it was made with the Big Twist plush in the color crayon box variegated. And this is a number 6 yarn. It's like blanket yarn. It's like Bernat blanket yarn, except you don't get as many yards. You only get 153 yards with Big Twist plush. But I like the bloop bloop bloop. I like the Big Twist plush. Wow, the dog is going crazy upstairs. Brian can take care of it. He's up there. Anyway, that distracted me. I like this. It's a little less expensive than blanket yarn because you don't get as many yards. But anyway, I need to finish this just to have it done because that is my goal for this year. to get things finished. So I lied. I lied. I said no goals, but that is one goal, to get things finished. You guys, this sweater, see, I'm just bleep, bleep, squirrel. I always thought it was navy blue, a dark navy blue. It's black. I didn't. So, a couple months ago, I had the cataract surgery. And that was one thing everybody said was, oh, you're going to see colors a lot different, a lot more vibrant. And it's because your eyes have this natural film over them that's kind of a brownish tint. No matter what color your eyes are, there's some kind of a thing that is it's a brownish tint. And when you have cataract surgery, they take all that stuff off because they take the cataract off, and that comes with it. And the lens that they put in, no matter if you get just a regular lens or a specialty lens, whatever, is clear. So yeah, you do see colors different. So I always thought this was navy blue and it's black. And I had it on a hanger, which is stupid. Never hang your sweaters. They should always be folded. But there we go. So back to getting on track. I would set that as a goal, to keep on track, but please. All right. So my goal is to get things finished that I have as whips, because I really don't have a lot of whips. At least only a couple things that can be finished immediately. I mean, I've got um, a blanket that I'm putting together with scraps of blanket yarn. And I can only work on that when I have scraps that I'm not using for anything else. So that is not a whip that can be finished. However, I do have a couple things that can definitely be finished. My Crochet Society Advent Calendar blanket from 2023 needs to get finished. But let's look at what I have been doing. So I had some yarn left over from something I did finish finally that I will show you at the end, or towards the end. Anyway, so I had some yarn left over, and I was like, I used to make these a lot. I had a lot of them, and then I was like, what am I going to do with these? I don't need them. So I was just giving them away right and left. But I was like, I would like some pretty baskets to put, like, not necessarily as a project bag, but like maybe just to put scraps in, scrap balls or whatever, because it would look pretty. So I made this. This is with four strands of 4-weight yarn. I had to use a 9mm hook, and even that was like really hard. And yes, I've got ends to sew in. I've got ends to sew in and just put everything I'm going to show you. Pushing my bottom up. And I don't know why, but it wants to go concave in the first few rows, and I don't know what's up with that. It doesn't matter. It's my basket. But yeah, I started out with like a light blue, a teal, a purple, and then I had a partial skein of a variegated yarn that had light pastels in it that I used. And then I ran out of the light pastel. No, I ran out of the blue, the light blue. I don't know, you can see the colors there. This light blue, I ran out of that, so I put in yellow. And then I ran out of the variegated yarn. So at the very end up here, I've got like a peach color that I added. And these are so easy. Look at how much it's concaving in over here. This is what the bottom looks like. And I just made a big circle until it was as big around as I wanted. And then I did a round where I just did the outside loop. Because you have 4 strands of yarn, there's 4 loops, 4 threads to go through. But anyway, I did the outside because I wanted it to go up without curving. I wanted a definite bottom. And then I just made it until it was as tall as I wanted, or I was getting low on yarn. I don't know. And for my handles, I just chain 10, skip 10. Yeah, they're not, may not be perfect straight across, but it's close. That's good enough for me. But anyway, 4 strands of 4-weight yarn. So it's sturdy. It will stand up on its own. And once I get stuff in the bottom, I'm hoping that concave will not be quite so noticeable. But like I said, it's mine, so it doesn't really matter, you know? Okay. And then it's getting cold. Well, it's getting colder. So I was like, my poor puppy. My poor puppy needs a coat. She needs a sweater to put on when she goes outside. She really needs some winter boots to put on her paws, but you guys, she's 10 years old. I'm not gonna ask her to get used to wearing doggy shoes. So I'm just gonna make her a sweater, right? So I made her one a couple years ago, but it was too big, and then I put it on her, and there'd be like this much sagging between her belly and the sweater hanging down, and her foot would come out, and it was too much. And this time it was like, because she is 10 years old, I didn't want to make something that I had to, like force her legs into. And it's like, she's old. We don't need to do that. So I took her measurements and I made her try this on as I was making it. So it's not a pattern. I didn't find it anywhere. I just made it because I have made one before. And I've seen them and I know the concept. So don't ask for a pattern. I don't have one. There will not be a tutorial because this was made for my dog. But I will tell you, I measured around her neck. So I knew how big to make the opening. And then I measured around her chest. So I knew how big to make the cape part. And I just was like, from side to side, just measure that. And that's how wide I made it. And then I had to do the underside. So anyway, you guys, this is my doggy sweater. And what I did after I got the neck that I just did front and back post. Then I made a couple rounds of just, I don't know, double crochet, because I did double crochet, single crochet, half double. And then I just figured out where this had to go, this panel, so that it went under her chest to hold this in place. And I just did double crochets until I got down towards the end, and then I did some decreases and I made a buttonhole. And then I tried it on her and I pulled this up so that it's nice and tight, and then I just put a button on. So all I have to do is slip this part over her head, and then just wrap this part underneath. And the yarn I used is the Big Twist Value in the color Get Merry and Let's Mingle. Remember, I got like 3 of these, and I was like, oh, didn't look Christmassy to me. So this is what it turns out like if you're just using double crochets. And it still does not look Christmassy to me at all. Maybe it's just me, but that does not scream Christmas. So I made that. And now I can take that upstairs and she can actually wear it. Then I made this, and this didn't take me long at all. It's a just log cabin, a small log cabin throw, doing single crochets, because this is the design I'm going to be using for my temperature blanket. And I'm not sure, has that come out? Oh, comes out tomorrow on the 18th. And I will talk more about, how I'm doing the months. But this, and I know I say this in that video, but it looks small, right? It looks small. This will double in size after it's been washed and dried. And yes, I do throw these blankets in the dryer long enough to dry them. They only stay in for like 10 minutes because they're pretty much dry when they come out of the washer. But anyway, because the heat will make the yarn relax. So this will all stretch. It will all stretch right out, and it will look like you'll be like, I thought I did single. That looks big enough to be a double. So it will pretty much double in size, really. And I know this because I've made a few of these a long time ago. And that's what happened. Because it used to be I could just cover up my lap, tops of my legs when I was sitting in a chair, and then I washed and dried it, and now I can cover up my whole body with it. Okay, now you guys, if you remember, if you've been with me, I don't know, some videos back, I was talking about the blanket I had that was all in squares, in pieces that needed to be put together. It's called a Ross blanket, and it's after, remember a few years ago when the TV show Ross Poldark was out? That's what this is named after. It's named after Ross from Ross Poldark. And there's also a Demelza blanket, and I've made a couple of those, and I've made 3 or 4 of these, and they've all been given away as gifts, except this one, because it wasn't finished. So I finished it. You guys, I finished it. I still have to throw. I still have to sew in the ends. And the border is the border that's on the pattern, but this thing is huge. Okay, before I show you, it's huge. And it was taking me forever and ever and ever to go around it with a border. So I got like 4 or 5 rows in on the border, and I was like, that's it. And there was only like 2 more to do, but I was just tired of it. So, and also, for some reason, I wound up with 4 extra squares. So I will be making probably a small throw out of those and then just add some more squares or just put a border around it or something. I don't know. But hang on. Let me. My throat's getting really dry. Yum, yum. Okay, you guys ready for this? Oh, might as well show you this. I started working on a snake. Get that out of the way. All right. There's the center part. This is the top. I'm just going to show the top part because the bottom is just a mirror image of it. But anyway, yes, there are ends that need to be sewn together, sewn in. Oh, it's huge, you guys. That will cover the top of a king-size bed and hang down a little bit. It is that big. And it's heavy because it's made out of 4-weight yarn. That was all made using, I can't tell you what shades because it's been a long time. That's been sitting waiting to get finished for at least the last 4 or 5 years. At least 4. So I just know it was made with loops and threads, impeccable. So, because it's been a long time since that used to be my go-to yarn, was Michael's Loops and Threads, impeccable. I loved that yarn. I still like it. But right now, I'm on a big twist kick. And you guys, what do you think about Joanne? They filed bankruptcy again, you guys. This time they're looking for a buyer. The buyer that's on hook right now wants to liquidate the stores and close them all. So they're hoping that... Okay, the article I read was like, it's going to go up for auction or something, and this one company that wants to liquidate it is like, oh, you have to have like a first bidder or something before you can go like into auction with this or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, they're hoping that somebody else will come in and buy them without liquidating the stores. So let's hope because You guys, Michaels doesn't carry any yarn to speak of anymore. Walmart doesn't have a very good yarn selection. Hobby Lobby's getting rid of their yarn selection. Well, I mean, they're not getting rid of it, but it's a lot smaller than it was. And I like to actually touch yarn and look at it. I mean, I order a lot of yarn online, let's be real. But it's usually yarn that I have been able to touch and feel, and I know if I like it or not. Anyway, I'm just shuffling the cards because, you know, we have to have our cards. We can't have a video. Oh, that one just wanted to be found. Shine. So I guess that's our first one. I mean, it literally just popped out and turned around. So, make time for self-love. Shine. And what do we have on the bottom? Trust all will be well. So there you go, you guys. There's our advice for the week. No matter when you're watching this. All right. So, you guys. I really want to thank all my new subscribers for subscribing. There are quite a few. Because you guys were up to almost 1,900 subscribers, which is wonderful because I have been itching to do a giveaway. I haven't done one in a while. So at 2,000, we're going to do a giveaway. So get your friends on board and get them to subscribe. And at 2,000 subs, I will do a giveaway. You will get to get something nice. Hopefully you think it's nice. Yeah. Because at first I was just going to do like just this little giveaway, you know, like just a couple little trinkets or something. And then all of a sudden, boom, bam, it's like, wow, I wasn't getting any new subscribers. I was actually going between, there was like a 3 or 4, I'd go down 3, up 4, down 2, up 3. And it was like, I'm never going to get any new subscribers. So I don't know what happened, but I'm glad it did. And I thank every one of you. You are wonderful. And all of you who've been here for a while, you're even more wonderful. We don't want the new people to feel left out. But since I'm not going anywhere for a while, eventually these people will be the old people too. So anyway, all of a sudden it was like, boom, I've got all these new subscribers, and I'm like, oh, I might just make it to 2,000 in the next few weeks. So yeah, go get grandma and grandpa, get those little kids, whoever, I don't care. Just get people to subscribe. They don't have to watch as long as they subscribe and let my videos run in the background. Okay? Just turn on the video, go do your thing. That's wonderful. Yeah, so we'll do a giveaway at 2,000. I'll do a giveaway at 2,000. There's no we. I'm just one person. It seems like there was something else I was going to talk about. I'm just looking around like, did I forget anything? So I do that a lot, don't I? I'm just like all over the place. What's up here? For those of you who are new, I'm sometimes a ditz. But I want to thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it a lot. You are wonderful human beings. Even the person who left a nasty comment on my tutorial for the how to join the zigzag stitch, I'm okay with it. You know, maybe she was just having a bad day and I let her down. Bad me. For everybody else, well, including her, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful morning, whatever, whenever, wherever it is you're watching. Later, Gators. Peace out.